I love how. I mean, you said you're not gonna see anything on the table, but but I also love this Philadelphia Zoo Cup.
Oh yeah, yep.
Uh, Charlie the zebra. I actually walked like full like happy summer at the gift shop still in the middle of the pandemic at the zoo.
Is that like because I see that people can I see people can volunteer at the zoo, and it's always been kind of something I was thinking about doing just for funsies. I don't know when I'd have the time to, but I mean, I don't see why not. Just kind of hang around.
For me, it was contractional walk between other jobs. So, basically, I walked for 2 years at the Philadelphia Show.
Oh, what at the convention center?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, that's the funny thing. The the first time was at the convention center. We wrapped up the week COVID hit. Even we know the crowd started to dissipate. It's like you see the old ladies and stuff like, yeah, some of these people might be dead soon, and
Oh
that
yeah.
because of the ravages of age.
Well, yeah. I mean, like if you're going to something that involves botany, you know what I mean, or just like
Yeah,
anything floral, I can't imagine. Like, rarely are you gonna see
young
young
people.
people there. You know what I mean? That's kind of like bird watching. Like I feel like that's one of those activities that you like start getting into when you get older. You know what I mean?
Also, I'm old at heart. You know,
Okay, yeah,
I'm a millennial with I
yeah. You
mean,
look like you have an old heart.
well, I look old.
You
No,
don't
but
look
it's
old.
also like I don't have the politics of the
Hmm.
boomer, but I definitely have the sense of humor. A lot of that is just
I think that's fair.
like the kids don't know about Dave Barry, but
I'm one of those kids. I don't know who you just said.
I Pulitzer winning humorist. They did a TV show based on his shit in the '90s, but he used to do like humorous columns back when there were newspapers. He
Okay.
did a couple of novels and one was turned into a movie about terrorism that was supposed to be released the week after 9/11.
So they were already making they made the movie, and
Yeah,
then 9/11
it
happened.
was Big Trouble. It had it
Oh, and Little China.
no, no, that was that was like 10, 15 years earlier. I
Ah,
this is this had Tim Allen in it.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Di-
but no,
Didn't he beat up somebody? No, that was Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was the one who did that
no, Tim Allen was the one who sold cocaine
in Kalamazoo.
and then sold out his other dealers so he would get enough jail time, if not any.
I didn't trust that mustache when I saw it.
Oh yeah. Also, you know his last name, his real last name,
What's his real last name?
Dick.
Dude, get doxxed. Yeah, Tim Dick, moron.
Timothy Allen Dick.
Yeah, Tim Allen Dick, dude. What the fuck?
Your 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 father died when you were young.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah, fuck you, dude. All right, well that was a good riff and really mean about Tim Allen,
The
but
Santa Claus is overrated.
hold your you hold your phone because the Santa Claus is a great movie.
I
I
will
love that
say,
movie. I
I
think
you didn't watch it in theaters when it came out because your mom was fucking pregnant with you
probably
when it
yeah,
came late
because
'94.
yeah. So she was.
I will say this, and I know this from experience. An entire generation of homosexual weight gain fetishists to them, no, to them, the Santa Claus is an old text. It's like, oh great, oh he's gaining all this weight, he's becoming a bit of a daddy. It's like, needless to say, that's not how I got into the thing, but
Uh, so I want to ask. So in terms of like the fetishizing of things, right? Like, was that? Do you believe that it was just like extremely heightened due to the internet in itself? Because I feel like
no, it always
prior.
no. They just found the people who also were as weird about it as they were.
Yeah. Oh, so it was just happening, just like
Yeah,
acoustically.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause they used to have those porno theaters. I know we still have a porno theater in the Poconos. I forget what it's called. But it's one of those things where
You
you
better
never.
know what it is, because that's going to be one of the venues for the NEPA Comedy
Hey,
Festival.
the NEPA Comedy Fest, guys, by the way, takes place in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, October 8th through 10th of this year. And, well, boy, howdy. We
No
are doing.
porno theaters yet, but this is only our second year.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure it out, but we're definitely gonna have three wonderful headliners of the festival, and it's gonna be an awesome time. Submissions actually close at this point. It's gonna be next week, so it closes at the end of June 1st. So you get it the heck in. If you're out of town from Stroudsburg or the areas that I always mention, $25. If you're in the Lehigh Valley, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, or the Pocono area, it's $15. If you don't have a Venmo, just let me know. We'll figure it out. But it is Venmo Comedy in the Poconos, and yeah, that's
It's
pretty much
well
it.
worth it, even though I volunteer so I get in free.
Yes, that's true. Riff on it while I put those stuffed chickens in the the sweetest love of my life is a little peckish, and gosh darn it, am I gonna make her some food? So I just need like 45 seconds.
They
I
both
actually
need package, you
yeah,
know?
I actually didn't make the food. I'm taking it out of plastic and putting it in an oven, but husbandly thing. So Sue, go
You
ahead.
made the plastic though, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll leave the plastic in there.
I I'll just rip on this mug.
Okay, or the
'Cause
fest. You can keep talking about the fest. You
well,
were there.
no, I will. We'll talk about it after like the whole milk talk with Chris Jones stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't happen. All right.
But no, but like I we didn't sell this. Like it was definitely I walked at the Philadelphia Zoo summer of 2021. It was actually the summer I realized I was trans. So a lot of awkward conversations with family while I'm at work. God love them, but no. You might keep that on. I don't know, but no, but but no, like, so this was not among the whales that we sold, but like, I don't know any of these other animals. I barely actually went any well further past further past like the monkey cage and I walk by the peacock every day. But Shorty the zebra, you wanna know, like, I
Oh, let
don't,
me get you a napkin.
yeah, that's, but this also implies that her partner who was introduced at the same time has since died. No, well, you want to know, like, this, like, they were pretty old. Like, they were introduced in, like, the late 70s and early 80s.
Okay.
So, so guess what the other name of of, of, uh, the name of the other zebra was?
What was the name of the other zebra?
Blank and Shirley. What was popular in the 70s? Blank and Shirley.
Okay.
Lavone and Shirley.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought you were just giving me the name. I didn't realize it was a trivia question. I apologize.
No, like, no, I know more than you. I mean,
That's fair. So I will say, when
20
we,
more years of living on this god for sake. No, 10
yep,
more years. 10 more years.
I will say that when I went there, I got this cup and I spent extra money on this cup because I like big cups. And the guy was like, "Oh, you get free refills all across the park," and I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." So I got it. And then I went to the front of the park as we were leaving, so I could. I was like, "Oh, before I do this, I'm going to fill up the cup because I love Blue Powerade. It is Blue Powerade is superior to all Gatorade. That's just me. Hey, we could do. If you want to Rochambeau about it, if you want to get out here, if you want to throw hands, dude, if you want to get busy, we can. That's totally fine. If you want to get sturdy in the street with this guy, with this absolute fucking gigantor of a man, this 100, okay, maybe it's closer to 250 pounds of ass. This guy, yeah, we could figure some shit out. So let's do it. But I get to the front of the zoo, and I was like, hey, como se dice refill? And they were white. I don't know why I said it in Spanish. And they said, oh, the only place to get refills was at the place that I bought it, and there was no other place to get it. And I was very upset about this, and so I sucked on my blue ice because it was Powerade and the ice was still in there, so I drank it. And that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the Philadelphia Zoo a lot. I think it's a great place to take people of any variety, whether it be young, old, in the middle, whatever.
Dead alive.
Yep, dead alive. Or the one thing though is that silverback gorilla is the most miserable like humanoid I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
It's
he's
bad.
far from the most miserable primate of all time because uh, when I was about when I was about 10 or 11, no, 11, we had the storm of 96.
Hmm.
One of the biggest ass snowstorms, even to this date. But we were supposed to go to the zoo that that week.
Yeah,
And of course, we were upset. I instead, like, oh, why don't you just play in the snow? Of course, I broke my glasses while playing in the snow. But
that's very '90s Sue. That's awesome.
oh no, the '90s were very sad. They're a lot sadder than no. We all dangle every decade except for your boss and
Thank
conception.
you.
But
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, it's like December 1994. It's like, you know what? We're
Mhm.
gonna create a god among men.
Yeah, and and then they made me instead.
And
And
like, I didn't even mention that the primate house burned to the ground mere weeks before I was supposed to go to the zoo.
what did the gorillas used to smoke?
Uh, well, well, they were smoking for a little bit, while the place burned down.
Yeah, that's fair. How many animals passed on?
Most of them.
Most of them. That's got to be such a danger day at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just to come in, you're
It
just
was
like,
like the week
ah,
after
man.
Christmas, too. It was,
Because right now they're building a bunch of stuff in the zoo, and it's cool, but it stinks because whenever you go, it's just kind of like it's almost half done. So you always go there, and one of the coolest exhibits, at least for the last like 5 years, one of the like there's always one really cool exhibit that just doesn't exist yet. And before it was the lions and like the tigers and stuff, like they
oh
rebuilt all
my.
that. Yep. And but the problem is like they stick these animals in such small freaking places, man. Like the cheetah doesn't have any. First off, there's no room for the cheetah to run. That's like why I want to see a cheetah. I don't want to see a cheetah lackadaisically hanging out. It's. But there's some cool tiger ones. It
Yeah.
seems like that they're mostly for the like the lackadaisical.
I would say three the animals, but one tigers and predatory animals and stuff just going around Belmont Park and Strawberry Mansion
Mm.
and just like and two, it's like I mean, we already have like the Rocky has taken over everything in the city, and it's not a bad
What is
thing per
taking over
se.
in the city?
Rocky,
Oh yes, okay, I got you.
and it wasn't the first date; it was like the second or it was where they got married. Rocky proposed to Adrian at the zoo
Okay.
because, and the second one is a callback to the first one because one of his fellow goons or whatever said, "Oh, take her to the zoo. All worlds like the zoo." You have you seen Rocky?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just a little.
I
It's just
mean,
kind of funny. It's just a little funny.
next week on Milk Talk, Chris Jones will be chasing a live chicken.
Yeah, so I have a story about the zoo. So I went to the Philadelphia Zoo on a field trip, and I believe it was like seventh grade. I forgot when it was, but I remember we were there, and we were all in our like groups of classes and stuff, walking around the zoo and stuff, and going to the zoo with a bunch of like, middle schoolers. Like when you're in middle school, obviously. Is like such a fun time because that's kind of like when everybody's pretty much a bad person, like
Yeah, like
just like the raw ore of a good person. So everyone's just kind of shitty. And so I remember there was this one kid, Emil, who he was at the Lions thing, and this was before it was all like in glass, right? This is like still when it was like
cool.
caged up, you know what I mean? And not caged up, but there was fences instead of like
Yeah.
giant plexiglass. And he kicked a bird into the lion's cage, and the lion ate the bird.
Did he just punt the ball
I
like
guess so.
NFL style, like Aussie? He was an Aussie Wolves
Yeah.
animal cruelty
And
guy.
listen, I am not a fan of victim blaming, but at the same time, if you're a dumb enough bird to not fly away if something approaches you, like every other bird that's ever existed, maybe that's just Darwinism. You know what I mean?
Well,
Maybe
who
that,
knows? Maybe the bald had a neurological condition. Like
yeah.
maybe you're ableist against the bald with bald Parkinson's or something.
Well, I'd love to ask, but I can't. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
that bird got gobbled up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I mean, that was like 20 years ago anyway. Like that bald's probably
Oh,
long dead.
whoa! 20 years ago. Whoa! It was more like fucking 18. Shut up. I don't like that things I've done are longer than 20 years ago now. That actually just put shit into perspective for
Heck,
me.
things I've done are like things I remember are like 38 years old now.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't like
Stretch Armstrong dolls.
I wasn't I wasn't watching the Berlin Wall fall,
Yeah.
but I definitely knew it was happening while I was watching Zoobly Zoo.
Okay, there you go. Were you ever a fan of this no, this might be a little too
Young,
young, yeah, for you, but like have you ever like watched Zaboomafoo?
heard of it, know of it.
Yeah, just about a lemur. It's
I
just about a
mean,
lemur and two white
I'm,
dudes.
I'm, I'm still like even in my teens, and hell, even in my 20s, I was a
Yeah.
big fan of Awful.
Oh, cool. Heck yeah.
The
Arthur
goddamn
was cool.
Aardvark, yeah, and the annoying little sister, you
I
know,
forget. Yeah, DW. I
yeah,
remember. So Arthur actually has a really cool game. Wow, I can't believe I forgot like what it was, but it was pretty much like a game where you had to race by like spelling words or something. It was like a really rudimentary like children's game
yeah.
where you had to like spell words and like do all these random problems to be the first one to get to the ice cream place so you can make ice cream. But then
The
sometimes you
Sugar
can make
Bowl, yeah,
yeah, so sometimes you can make the ice cream. You can put like worms on it and make it gross. And
oh
me and my
yeah.
brother were like, no, we wouldn't eat that. And then you click on it and you'd eat it, and we're like, ew.
Remember the episode when DW learns how to curse?
Vaguely, yes,
And like
yeah,
at the end, the triple twins. It's like Tommy and Telly or whatever. It's the Timmy and Tommy or whatever. It's like you ain't blank. No, you ain't blank. Blank you. You blank blank blank.
yeah.
And it's that they literally just bleep it all out.
Do you know what? No, so I guess I don't remember it. I do remember the snowball episode, and I'm trying to think of other episodes. I don't know, like that was always kind of like one of those shows that was just always on. I'm trying to think of like super young shows that I was into. Like I was into Franklin. I loved Franklin. That was about the
Those are all young for me. I
yeah.
mean,
Um, well, when I grew up like the first few years because 95 was a really good year for Disney, you know what I mean? So it's like my family was big into Disney before I was born. So like I grew up kind of like watching all of the early Disney movies and like Toy Story came out in 95, so I kind of grew up with
yeah.
that.
I mean,
Harry Potter didn't come out too long after that, so I got
I
into that,
mean
which
you.
is Universal,
I
but
mean
nonetheless.
you. I mean, you do look like Sid. I mean, it is canonical that you look like Sid.
Yeah, I look like Sid from Ice Age, and I look like Sid from Toy Story. It's a real tough day for me, I suppose.
And you look like fictional baseball player Sid Finch.
Oh
You
yeah.
have no idea who that is,
Hey, three Sids. I'll
but
take three
yeah.
Sids.
Oh God, three. Well, at least you didn't. At least you didn't have the false Sids.
Three Sids. Why? What happens if I had four?
Sudden, sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh, you know what? I was closer than you think. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to die.
Same here.
I
I
don't
mean,
remember. You know
it
what I
was
mean?
the '90s.
Yeah.
Children were dropping dead all over.
Yeah, when I ran out of my mother's parts, and I started like scurrying around the room, and I went like that was me when I was born, and then like the doctor had to was like chasing me around with a broom, and then I actually got out and fell into some toxic waste, and I grew a retainer, and now that's my superpower is that it looks like I care about my teeth more than I do.
Yeah, like for me, I'm like my mom had 4 children through 3 pregnancies.
Hmm.
I was technically in the middle, even though like the first my older sisters who are twins were like a decade older than me,
Okay.
and my younger sister, the DW, no, she was born like just over a year, so technically not Irish twins,
Yeah.
which is ironic because my half sisters, which are full sisters to me, like,
Sure.
but my other sisters Well, literal Irish twins.
Yeah, my brother and I are 18 months apart, which I mean, it's not Irish twins, but I
Yeah.
I always enjoyed having our ages be so close because we had those couple of years in high school where we got to like sit at lunch together and just kind of like hang out and like kind of like I don't know because the idea in high school is usually like grades all hang out with each other and then some people hang out with people in earlier grades, just because of like proximity to where they live or whatever like that, but it's usually like confined to a grade. So when my brother and my cousin were both in high school with me, because my cousin's 1 year before me, or no, 1 year after me, and my brother's 2 years after me. So there was there was 2 years where we had like same lunches and we got to hang out, and it's
It,
pretty cool. Let's get sad. Let's do this thing. Hey guys, here we go.
ah,
Yeah. Hello everybody. How are we today? My name is Chris Jones, and you're listening to the Milk Talk Podcast.
milk, talk, milk, talk, milk, talk. Chris Jones.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yo, today we have Chris Jones's first Philly comedy homie ever. This is actually a long time coming of an episode, and I'm very excited for it. Guys, please give it up for my very good friend, Susan Keiser, everybody.
I don't know you.
No. Guy, I'm so excited for this. Actually, so fun fact to the viewers at home. Susan, I met the day I moved to Philly. And
We met at Pride.
yeah, we met at Pride. That is not a lie. So what happened was I moved in June 1st, which took place on a Sunday.
Sunday.
It was a Sunday, and we moved in. It was me and at the time just my girlfriend. I didn't even propose to her yet, and now she's my wife, and I'm so excited.
Didn't even consummate.
Nothing yet. No sinning. Hey, we don't sin here. All right. So, but what happened was I remember that we got done moving in, and my sweet wife was just like, hey, it's still early if you wanted to go find a mic to do. I know that you're really hankering to do some comedy. So I'm like, okay, yeah. And I found this place called Fergie's. And if you don't know what Fergie's is, I don't know, look it up. But on Sundays, they have open mics there, and it's hosted by Lauren Ellis, which is very
Yes.
cool. Lauren, shout out, homie. Very nice. And I showed up. Took me an hour and change the park because I didn't realize that it was the same day as the Pride Parade, and I was livid. I didn't care what the parade was for. I was livid that I was just sitting in traffic.
Noted
On
hater of
Sansom.
queer people.
Dude, when I said on the phone, I was talking to my wife, and she was like, well, what do you see? And I said, I see a bunch of flags. Which is with a very large L in that word, by the way. But that's what I said.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? No, but like she was just like, what? And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. I'm on Sansom Street trying to find parking for like an hour, and I finally just went to a lot and paid like $20 for parking. And then I go into Ferg's. Never been there before. First time. It was like, I remember you were there, Lauren was there.
Bree wasn't even bartending. It
Yeah.
was someone else.
Yeah, Bree wasn't even bartending. It was some other lady.
Bree.
And and then there was like one or two other people. I forget the guy's name, but the one guy that was there, I actually used to play basketball with back in the Poconos.
Yeah, I knew that you knew him vaguely, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. I'm such an asshole. I can't believe I forgot his name right now. I haven't seen him out in forever. I see him like once every 6 months.
You'll probably in the show notes. It's like Susan Keiser. That's Keiser comedy. Blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah 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 blah. Some guy I vaguely remember from the Poconos.
So yeah, exactly. So like I got there, and pretty much there was only 5 people there because of Pride. I remember we didn't do the mic because there was only 5 people. I was very disappointed. However, Susan gave me all of the mics and wrote them down for me and told me how to get in contact with her. And so yeah, and so it was a great thing for me because even though I didn't get stage time, and to the open micers out there, Sometimes just going places, even if you don't get stage time, helps you out. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to
Absolutely.
me. So going to hang out at shows, or supporting the homies or whatever like that, or coming to my Philly's Funniest show. Guys, I'm on my first ever Philly's Funniest, June 3rd. It's a Wednesday, 7 o'clock at Helium Comedy Club. If you mention my name by calling the box office, you get 40% off your ticket. The tickets without it are $15, so screw it. I mean,
It's
like,
a
come
very
support.
memorable name.
Yes, Chris Jones, very easy. Please, for the love of God, come. It is an audience vote.
Save $6.
Yes, so come hang out, and by the way, it's a 2 out of minimum. I would feel very rude and mean if I didn't mention that you will have to buy 2
It's
things.
the beginning of the month. You'll actually have a few bucks, literally.
Yeah. Which, that's weird. That's so wild. I was looking at the list last night, and like prelims, I'm very lucky that I got on when I did, because there's some people who have like 3 months to wait. Like, there are
Yeah.
people who aren't in prelims until August, right? So it's like there's the benefit of having it early, and then the benefit of having it late. Like, obviously you have more time, but to be honest, like, if I had 2 months or 3 months to think about my set, I think I'd do worse. Like, I think right now I'm in like the pocket of like, at
Oh, it's
least that I'm preparing for it
only
now.
June is the sweet spot. I did it last year. I'm not doing it this year just because I've only been doing comedy for like a year and a half. I'm at that point where like I'm not regressing, but I know that I can do better than what I can put forth this year, and I could do other things, book me for Pride. But
Yeah.
no, and I have a couple of gigs for
Yeah,
that.
if
But
anybody has any June booking gigs for Susan, hit
July
her up.
bookings, May bookings. My funniest gig was on June 2nd. It was literally the night after we met. Like, have you ever seen the movie Sinners?
Yeah, I saw the movie Sinners.
The night we met was basically the inverse of Sinners.
Okay.
Because there were all these
Oh, is that an
people.
Irish accent you have?
Uh, I mean, that's just my speech
Nah,
impediment.
all right, that's my
But
bad.
no, and also my grandmother's from the old country. It was all these people having the time of their fucking lives outside, and we're stuck in with a bunch of Irish musicians.
Hey, none too bad. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. I got it. Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah,
I
because
downstairs
I
they have
mean,
the whole thing
Irish
that goes
music
on.
shit.
Yep.
They started to play like the songs from Sinners recently, just because it's like, it's some Irish songs they actually know.
Well, yeah, and it's
People out there.
topical, right? Because like finally, it doesn't happen often to where they're like,
Yeah,
oh, look, an Irish jig is
you want a
cool.
live full rubber dance.
Yeah, so it's exactly it. So if you get a hot Irish song, then you might as well talk about it. So does the I would imagine that the beer does run the Guinness Book of World Records,
Probably now.
right? Was that not the case before? I don't know.
I have no
I'll put it
idea.
up here. Future me, edit. Tell me if the beer and
Like,
the.
they do sponsor it, but
Mhm.
but no, yeah, but honestly, like, what part of what county? What part
Oh,
of
from where my family's from?
yeah.
To be honest, I have no clue.
Yeah, my
I
family's
don't.
from the Longford area,
Yeah.
the Drumbush area.
Yeah, the funny thing about me is, guys, is if you ask one extra question about an opinion I have, I'm just gonna fold. So it's like, Susan just proved that perfectly, and she made me show my hand on how little I know about my heritage. But
Who's interviewing Hugh now?
I mean, to be honest with you, I still think I'm interviewing you. I think I'm
Welcome
doing.
to the show, Keiser Sue. I am Susan Keiser. This is my special guest, Chris Jones.
Hey,
Sue Talk.
Sue
Let's
talk.
Sue Keiser.
Yeah, soup talk.
So sue me,
Yeah, I free.
which is also my letterbox name.
Your letterbox name?
Yeah, like that app.
What is letterbox?
It's Goodreads for movies. It's basically it's like, oh, I saw a movie, I can do a little review and get that small bit of dopamine by telling people how much it sucked or how good it is.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, so it's just like a fan made site or whatever.
Not
Just
fan made, but it's basically fan contributed. It's like Washerman, 2 stars, too hopeful at the end.
Here, keep talking. I'm sorry. I'm telling the Ryans where we are.
Tonight, on the season finale of Milk Talk, Who will live? Who will die?
I don't know.
Which network announcer will have Paul Thomas Anderson for a son? Yeah, I keep on needing to break into Allentown. Like I'm from South Jersey, and literally like last week, I you
Just,
hear that, Lehigh Valley? Sue Keiser is coming for you.
yeah, just you wait until a bus goes out there that far, and she's gonna be there.
Yeah, you may be living there in Allentown,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna close all the factories down.
yeah. Hey, Billy Joel. See, I knew it.
No, I was listening to Billy Joe. Joe, I mean, it was glass houses and turnstiles on the way, but you know,
Billy Joel was always kind of like a king to us, right? Because I was born in Long Island,
yeah,
so
he
I
was
mean,
your Springsteen.
yeah. Fuck Bruce Springsteen, by the way.
Oh, I'm an Asbury Park gal. Come on,
No, I hate
fight,
Bruce Springsteen.
fight, fight.
Do you know anything about? So I've heard about this before, and I really haven't talked to anybody who knows what they're talking about this. But have you ever heard how like Bruce Springsteen has better shows when his wife's not around?
I mean,
That's just something that I hear. I don't know why. Like super, like
that's
Bruce.
a performance thing. It's like you. I mean, most performers aren't as good when loved ones are around. That's why I suck every time you're around. No.
Oh, that's stop it, Sue. I appreciate that you love me. No,
No,
but yeah, because I always hear that. Like I forget. Like, but big Bruce Springsteen fans who go to like everything say like, that when his wife's around, he's just not as like loose. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Where or maybe he'll play like different songs or something like that.
Well, it's like, oh, why doesn't his former wife Clemens show up?
Mm. Well,
Oh,
where
he-
if you're Billy Joel and you got Christy Brinkley behind the curtain,
I think that was like 3 wives ago. 3 wives, two
hey, it don't matter.
DUIs.
That's the one he remembers.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I mean? They have a kid
no,
together.
no, his degenerative neurological disease only focuses on his motor skills. It's not Parkinson's. It's not. It's like it might be simple nuclear palsy, but like it's why he doesn't perform it anymore.
I mean, he's also 80. You know what I mean? He's 80 some years old. Like, dude, Billy Joel looks like Darth Vader when you take his helmet off right now. You know what I mean?
I
He
mean,
looks like a
that's everyone.
fucking
That's like Neil. That's like Neil Diamond. Billy Joe is your uncle you Billy talk to, but not because he's racist or perverted. He's just not there.
yeah, and I like him better than the ones that are racist and
Oh
perverted.
yeah, no. Like I had an uncle who was racist. He once said the N word during a hockey game. That's like real.
At who?
Basically proud that they were known in the
What?
league.
What?
And you know this is the early 2000s. So who's the highest scorer in the league? Black Canadian excellence, Jerome McGinley. So it's like no one knows who hockey players are anyway. Even when hockey's popular, this was before the lockout. And it's just like I can't like. Well, actually, like this one uncle may he no but basically he was the type of guy who pretended that things in movies happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was being shot at in Vietnam, the helicopter left, and I'm and Charlie Sheen can only. It's like
I haven't seen Platoon in forever.
Laugh Wyatt.
Or wait a second, or is it?
That
Is
is
that
Platoon.
Apocalypse?
That is Platoon.
Okay, because I always get that in Apocalypse
Because
Now.
Charlie Sheen's in one and
Willem
Martin
Dafoe's-
Sheen's another.
Wait, Willem Dafoe's in the one with Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
Martin Sheen is in Apocalypse Now. I mean,
Yeah,
also they were both in Hot Shots Part 2.
yeah.
Like the scene, Charlie Sheen's uh parodying
Mm-hmm.
Apocalypse Now, and then his dad, who's playing his role from Apocalypse Now, is on the other side of the river, and then they just look at each other. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I loved you in Wall Street.
Dude,
Great movie, by the way. Wall
I
Street.
always I grew up loving war movies, and I realize now that a lot of the movies that are coming out I love historical flicks. So every time something comes out like that, I love it. I think that they're kind of in like a World War I bid right now. You know, like I feel like over the
Oh
last
yeah,
like 5 or 7 years.
I loved it when I was I loved watching 1917
Yeah,
and 2019.
I loved. You know what though? Like the 80s, 90s Vietnam movies
Oh
are
yeah,
always so sick. Like
Forrest Gump.
I love Vietnam movies because it's so cool. I actually filmed a Vietnam movie once, and it's called Viet Now. And
I
yeah,
saw that. I was wondering. It's like, ooh, the director's cut. It's like,
yeah.
I
I was
originally.
the director. I didn't edit it at all.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, yeah, you used songs that you couldn't clear at all. Like
Oh no, yeah.
five.
I couldn't show
How?
anybody that.
Okay, $5 says you used Fortunate Son.
Yeah, no shit. I used Fortunate Son, but you can. I'm gonna keep my $5 because I didn't agree to it. Here, hold on. Let me show the camera. All right, I don't know how this is gonna work or how much you can see it, but this is Vietnam, the director's cut. Again, I was the director. I didn't edit this. My buddy Andy did, and you can see on the back. You know, you have Vietnam, 1969. Soldiers trapped in the jungle on a search and destroy mission to take out the small number of enemy forces left in the
Take
area.
that, sea fish.
But soon these soldiers will know that in war nothing is as easy as it first appears. I don't. I've never. Do you know what I've never heard? I've never heard a soldier go, "That was easy." You know. What a fucking. Jesus
Was this like a? I wouldn't say self-serious. Was this like a serious action film?
Hold on.
Did you go to the Philippines and film it?
Hold on. One second.
Did it have Wings Housel?
Hold on. My food's on. Hold on. Sorry.
Tonight on the series finale of Milk Talk, who will die? Who will come out? Who will go back in the closet? Who needs to adjust their hernia brace now that it just popped? Yes, all the answers will be revealed.
All right. So. Well, that's cooling because I have a second. So Vietnam was a movie that I had to make with my friends in 8th grade because we had a history class and we had to, make a movie or something. And so we're like, all right, we're going to make a Vietnam movie and call it Vietnam. Well, that was my idea because I'm a huge fan of Rage Against the Machine. And so I didn't have any of this equipment. My buddy did. So we kind of just forced him to be in it and film everything. And we went to the Salvation Army and got all of the like jackets and stuff, all the camo. We met a leader of like a veteran of foreign wars place. His name was Mr. I remember.
And then Mr. told you, shut the hell up. You have no experience in Vietnam. You don't know my life in the shit. You don't know my time in Staten Island during the last 2 years of Vietnam.
No, it was actually really nice. And so when we were talking to him, I was like, hey, can we borrow any of your shit? And he was like, yeah, you can borrow my shit. And so he let us borrow like the helmet that he had when killing people and like different things. And we made the movie. And my buddy, like I said, my buddy Andy, shout out Andy Spence, he's the man.
You actually know his name.
Well, yeah. So he filmed it, but he had to call me while editing it and being like, Chris, there is no plot of this movie. I have to like write in a plot.
It's a film made by 8th graders. You think they know what a plot is?
Oh yeah, we didn't have a single microphone. It was so windy. It was horrible.
Diegetic music. You can hear that. Na, 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 na.
Yeah. So it was a nightmare, and then we got a lower grade than some guys in our class who had like plastic swords and made it funny. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like we had filming days.
I get it. I get it.
And
sometimes you try too hard.
Yeah, and then one of my friends. So for the Vietnamese people, we had my one Asian buddy, Alex. He was very kind to help us, but we could only get him for one day and one scene. So after that, we would just have my little brother wearing a shirt over his mouth, and like, and I remember we had a scene with my buddy Steve, and like my brother dressed up, and don't worry, no makeup, I promise. It was very tasteful, very tasteful. He comes around the tree and he like tries to stab him, and my buddy Steve freaking with one hand like stops him and then has a shotgun in the other hand, and his name was Tank, and so he was like, "You're about to be tanked," and then shoots him in the face with a fucking shotgun. And there was no, again,
You
like
should
we're
have
eighth
just called
graders.
it Tank.
No, absolutely not. Vietnam is my idea, so I'm gonna stand by it. But so Vietnam is the worst. I implore anybody to ask me to watch it. I don't know how I'd get it to you.
We will not tonight.
No, no, not
We'll
tonight.
go to the grape room instead.
Yeah, we're going to Grape Room. Shout out Manzo, shout out Flaherty. They're coming. They're on their way, and they'll be here. Not too
They will
long.
be here with guns.
Yeah, and so
Hence the series finale part.
yeah, yep. And so it's gonna be fun. And tomorrow I'm gonna be filming with them. That's gonna be really cool. And then we'll go to Pistolas tonight. And then tomorrow we got the Pub Web Comedy Jam, which I'm very excited about. That's gonna be awesome. I have too many people on it. And I'm okay with that.
Shout out to Lady Laps, Billy, and Shauna Lutzo, who was among
Who was that
the
name? I heard
Shauna Lutzo.
Shauna Lutzo.
Yeah,
Cool. Shout out and Lady Laughs at Philly.
yeah. They're
Tattooed
having
Mom as well. Tattooed Mom's a sick ass
Yep,
place.
they have a comedy festival of their own in August.
Very cool.
Submissions have already concluded. I'm actually in the jury of selecting who is in and who is out.
How many people submitted?
Oh, dozens.
Dozens. Okay.
Quite a bit. And then we've had people throughout the Eastern Seaboard and stuff like that, and I've met so many awesome comedians throughout there, and we're gonna do shout outs eventually. But,
Yeah. Well, you can
not-
throw them in whenever. I time them out whenever they show up. So.
But no, yeah,
But yeah, as soon as like it's really cool being around people who are just like young and gung ho about it, and they kind of like have a love for it. That's like, I don't know. It doesn't have the because once you reach a certain age, there's always a point where there's at least a percentage of being jaded, a little bit.
I have
just
yet
through.
to reach that age. I was pre jaded, which actually helped.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Maxie Baby.
Yo, shout out Maxie Baby. Yeah, that was a great episode. I love talking to him.
Absolutely, and yeah,
You're coming out on the pod soon, right?
Yeah, within the next few weeks.
Cool.
But basically, I all but admitted to being an nihilist, and sometimes it basically just a lot of things. I mean, it's hard when 2016 broke me. A lot of things. How I came out broke. I mean, but you it breaks you, but you put yourself back together. You're never fully broken, and you just rebuild. It's like a muscle tear, It's like walking
I get
out.
it. Here, 1 second, Sue. We got.
Yo, what kind of whiting bowl are you tricking out? Good stuff.
Do you know what's so crazy? It's gotta be like what a job to have. What the hell is that? Oh, this is the flowers here. Hold on.
I mean, Mother's Day was 2 days ago. I mean, you know what would be the most Philly way of cutting the grass? What? Just replacing the actual sound of the whiting bowl with ying 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 like those street bikes.
Oh yeah, just like that. That's my. I love that.
ATV.
Back to the.
Just like the young guys just
all up and down Broad Street.
Doing wheelies with the whiting bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I gotta be honest though, dude. Like doing the lawns and stuff for apartment buildings has got to be a pretty sweet gig because it's like you're working. Don't get me wrong, you're working all day, but you're going to multiple properties every day. You're doing 20 plus properties a day, and you have a team of 4 guys, and you just get it done. And it's weekly stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being on. It's kind of like back in the Poconos. A big job that a lot of people do is snow plowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
no.
snow plowing is a really, really good job, especially if you can get on some sort of contract with a big company. And the people who own our apartments is a fairly big company.
Yeah, actually doing it by yourself, mowing the lawns, not too bad. Shoveling snow, I'm a bit of a pussy because it's Philly weather. It's we get hot summers and cold winters,
Yeah.
but we can't complain about either.
No, I mean like it
Because it's
was
like, well, at least it's not Florida. It's like, at least it's not Minnesota. Go Wild.
go wild. Hey, I mean we're
Are they
down three
still in the
one.
playoffs?
Yeah,
Or
we're down 3-1 to the Abs right now, and I don't know. That's the curse about being a Minnesota sports fan is that they all never win. So I mean, who knows? The Timberwolves are against the Spurs 2-2 right now. It's going to be different. It actually might be done by the time this comes out.
go
So
Lynx.
we're gonna see how it goes. But after that, I mean. Cause like, dude, you have to. The winner plays OKC, and that's just a tough fucking build. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Avs are a great team in the NHL. And then even if they, like, I'm trying to think of who, even if the Wild made it to the Stanley Cup, they would end up having to play probably Carolina, and Carolina is 8-0 right now. And
Yeah, I
dude,
mean,
they are rough housing.
the Flyers helped.
Yeah, and so I mean the Flyers are a really young team and they're going to be fine. You
It's
know what I mean?
also a puncher's chance against the wood chipper. Like that's
Yeah.
basically, except for the modern Eagles and like the '08 Phillies, and it was always like, okay, we peak when it's like, oh, when did the Sixers peak? Right when we have to fucking face Kobe and Shaq, and they're both talking to each other.
The Sixers have to blow up, dude. They really got to get rid of Embiid. They have a lot of talent and like they have a lot of young talent, and I think like if they get rid of Embiid and they get rid of Paul George and save all that money on the cap because Paul George is past his prime.
To be a
It is what it
Sixers
is.
fan is to hate basketball. I've been saying this throughout my lifetime.
I just I've never really been like the only true Philly team that I'm a fan of is the Phillies, right? But like it is fun to watch the Flyers win and I don't mind it when the 76ers win. But right now I am so on board with the Knicks, it's crazy. I mean like I want the Timberwolves to win obviously, but I want Knicks Timberwolves real bad. I don't think it's going to happen.
So long as it's not the Celtics or Lakers.
Yeah, and both of them are out.
Oh,
So,
thank
yeah,
God.
the Lakers got swept last
Well,
night.
yeah, that's good.
You
But
know.
yeah, needless to say, go transsexuals.
There you go. Yeah, go transsexuals.
No, but toxicfem.net. I wanted this for like 2 or 3 years, and I finally got it for myself last Christmas. But yeah.
The older I grow up, the more if I'm becoming jaded at anything, I'm becoming jaded at sports because I have chosen the wrong team every single time, and my favorite team. Okay, so the only time my favorite teams have ever won anything was LSU. LSU won the Natty with Joe Burrow.
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Burrow
Oh,
is the
go
man.
Tigers! I had no idea you
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, I'm an LSU guy,
Yeah.
and then the DC Defenders in the XFL.
Oh yeah, I gotta love the defenders. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't know you were a UFL, XFL, USFL. I loved the original USFL that folded when I was a baby,
sure.
but it was also like my grandfather had tickets to the original Philadelphia Stars, and like, and then, but it's like the world. We should have known the world was fucked
Yeah,
because Donald Trump is basically responsible. Like that league would have folded anyway, but he's largely responsible for the league just completely tanking when it did, and no one, and people when they remember that league
yeah.
instead of like the player on San Antonio getting his dick
Wait a
stuck in the
second.
foot locker.
Wait a second. You're telling me Donald Trump
Ruined something I know.
ruined something? It has to be a different
I
guy.
mean, but no, it's like but it was also the peak of my toxic fandom of sports. It's like, God damn it, Chip Kelly, why do you have to beat the Patriots? You're costing us draft position. And then we get fucking Carson Wentz anyway, and then it didn't even matter with Carson Wentz because we had Nick the Dick.
Yeah,
Oh, big Dick Nick. Close enough.
yeah.
But Nick the Dick, you
Yeah.
know.
The Eagles are special, man. They're.
It's
I don't hate them at all. I'm not going to be on here and say that I hate the Eagles. That'd be crazy. That'd be
no,
an
that's
absolute.
Milk Talk After Dark.
Yeah.
It's Milk Talk spoiled.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, spoiled. Yeah, that's a good one.
Spoiled.
I don't know. Like, because Philly's a weird city, man. It's beautiful. I love it. I think there's a lot of great parts to it, but I think
Spilled
the
milk talk.
yeah, I think it's a great city for art, but because the weird part about good places for art is that it usually comes with a lot of hardship, because hardship breeds art, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's very easy and reasonable to like dislike Philly. I think there's a lot of reasons to dislike Philly, but on that same vein, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like when you have when you have a location that kind of like breeds a certain hardness to you, you also get really cool. Not cool. I don't want to necessarily say cool, because I don't want to like I don't want to fetishize somebody else's struggle. You know what I'm saying? More so, just the idea of just like the constant struggle that a lot of Philadelphians have to constantly go through, because of whether or not that the money is allocated correctly, or the fact that North Philly is just under complete gentrification over the last 15 years. Because
Shout out East Kensington, the part of Kensington that pretends it's Fishtown.
yeah, and so there's that, and then there's also West Philly, especially near Brewery Town, and like they're even gentrifying out towards fucking like Cecil and Ridge, which is kind of crazy. Like, it's so
Yeah.
far out. Like, the fact that I was living at fucking 28th and Cecil's wild. And it's like not because of like safety concern or anything like that, but the problem.
Pricing out.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just like now the entirety of North Philly is just getting gentrified to the point where it's like it's just a bunch of people who used to live here for decades and decades and decades getting priced out, so people who can afford it come in, and then there's no jobs anyway. So it's like it's this weird amalgamation of just like everybody not having enough to pursue a life unless you already came here or were already successful because of a life you had
I mean,
previously.
one of the few reasons why I actually pursued this is because I have nothing to lose. I'm on disability
Mm-hmm.
for my depression and autism and shit, and just. But basically, I could technically say, oh yeah, I'm doing amphetamines and injecting and doing injections in Kensington, and it's like, yeah, ADHD medicine and hormone replacement therapy and Wegovy or Ozempic or whatever,
Yeah.
like I've lost like 50, 60 pounds. I need to lose more for this goddamn hernia.
I would just like to lose a little weight, because I feel like I don't think my posture is good enough for how much belly I have. Like, I lean forward a little too much, and I have too much of a beer belly for me to like want. I need to thin out, because right now I'm in like like 30 to like 34 is a great time of like
It's it.
looks. It's because you're aging, you know what I mean? But you're not aging yet. So it's just like I want to lose some weight, so before I'm old I can look hot.
I mean, for
And it's for
me,
myself. Like, I have no reason to look like, I just like looking in the mirror and being like, yo, what the heck? Hey. We have fun here, Sue. We
this
have
is
fun.
not my real wig.
It's but I don't know. So it's I never really thought about. I have a very hold on. I have a very weird relationship with like not wanting to take medication. Like, it scares the hell out of me. So I don't really decide to do that.
Yeah, for me, it's like the only issue is like it walks until it doesn't, and then you're fucked.
Mhm.
At least in terms of SSRIs, it's like, okay, now I'm depressed and I have a little bit of libido,
Yeah,
and I'm sexual and I have a low libido,
it kind
and
of works out,
also,
right?
and also, it is a problem. It's like I might want a little bit of tuna once in a while, but I think too much will make me go blind.
There you go. And you know what? That's totally fair. I don't know what tuna tastes like, but I'm sure it's great.
Tuna's not bad. I mean, it's one of the only types of fish I actually fuck with.
Okay, that's fair.
Metaphorically speaking, like I hate.
Metaphor. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
I'm no Troy McClaw here.
yeah. Okay, well, no. So I just never grew up eating seafood. So okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna
Bengals and
ask you.
Bengals.
No, not yet. Don't get ahead of me. Susan, don't ever get ahead of me.
Goodbye, everybody.
Susan, don't you ever get ahead of me ever again, or else I will.
R.I.P. Chris Jones.
Yep, I will. All right, that one's a little morbid, and I deserve that. But
Mortal suicide with Susan Keiser. They don't even
that's
know
our
who killed
podcast.
who.
Yeah, Susan and I podcast is going to be called Murder Suicide with Susan and Chris.
You can't spell suicide without Sue.
Hey, I'd like to see somebody. I'd like to see somebody prove that wrong.
If you need help, 988. Unless you don't want to call cops.
Amen.
Also, if you're trans, call Trans Lifeline when they are actually available.
And you can also speak in hypotheticals too, just so you don't out yourself on something that is definitely being recorded.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, you could say, "Hey, my friend wants to kill himself in Minecraft. What do I do if he has a gun?" And you figure it out from there. You know
I
what
don't
mean?
even have a gun. I
No.
don't even have.
Not yet.
I'm too lazy to kill myself. You know.
See, and you know what? That's fine. That's yeah, that's why you got to get on cigarettes.
Self-pity, laziness. Those are what's gonna get you spiked.
Yep, I'm gonna die at my computer desk, hunched over. All right, that got morbid. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I'm gonna be the person who is constantly suicidal, but whose deaths will actually be in accidents.
This whole part is making me so sad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna retake my time. I'm going to so this is what we're gonna do. I want to ask, like, when was the first time you did comedy? Because I remember you talking about it a little bit earlier.
I used to do like open mics in Kongswood, New Jersey, Audubon, New Jersey, the odd party over here or there, mostly like as a parlor trick.
Yeah.
Just I've always been self-conscious about my voice, so like I kind of was discouraged by myself and by others about going up on stage and over the years. But
when was this? When was the first time you went on stage?
I mean, it was during my 20s. It was during my 30s. It was during my teens. It was.
So it was like spread out.
It was intermittently. Like, I mean, the first time I really got laughs from a crowd, I wrote a speech involving for my 6th grade graduation, and it was just like, and at this point, I did some sort of thing about low man on the totem pole and then high man on the totem pole. That wasn't the funny part, but it was just like, but like people were cheering me on, and everything, and then I just go like, wait, I'm not finished yet, and then now comes the laughter, you know.
Oh, I understand. What was it like? So when you were going on stage originally, this was obviously before you transitioned. So like, what was it like when you got into the fold of like learning about who your true self was and going after that like intended life that you'd like to live for yourself while trying to mitigate it on stage?
Well, I had to mitigate it in my life. Like I always had to, like when you're diagnosed as autistic at the age of 5, and when you get like 147 IQ test at the age of 6, like there becomes this false dichotomy where like you feel like you have to be the smartest person in the room, or else you're the dumbest.
That's got to be like a wild thing to kind of like understand about your, like you have so much going on at once, because it's not like you're just going after one thing. You're completely changing yourself publicly. You know what I mean? Whether or not you felt this way privately.
No, I'm still like, I'm a trans person who just happens to be trans. It's like I'm still an asshole. I thought you would have had a spit take with that, but no, but no, it's just comedy gives me a right to be wrong.
Yeah.
That I never felt like I was afforded. Like I never felt like, I always felt guilty, even while doing stuff for myself, because I felt that a lot of love from others, not necessarily my family, but like even my friends, my people in general, I felt like my love was conditional.
Okay.
And now I realize like that's not necessarily, one, that's not healthy, and two, that's not like you have to find the people who actually will love you no matter what, and not just what on their terms. You gotta meet people where they're at.
Yeah. And what do you mean? What do you mean by like having the right to be wrong in comedy? What do you mean by that?
Just you get to be an ass. You get to joke. You get to make wild references about shit,
Yeah.
and you just you get to fail on stage, and you get to succeed on stage, but you get to like I felt more like myself on stage than I did in and most I feel more like myself on stage than what I felt growing up until my mid to late 30s. But no, like my joke that got me from the second to the third round, and I kind of pulled back in the third round, and I lost to the lovely Siobhan Brannigan, who's
Shout out
fucking
Siobhan.
incredible,
Love Siobhan.
really real up and comer.
Mm-hmm.
But but honestly, like my joke was based on truth because I tried and kind of was washed out of speech therapy and voice training earlier this year. Just the dysphoria now got to me, but I did joke. I did get a good joke about it. It's like, yeah, I mean, I've been doing speech therapy and voice lessons, so strangers would see me a lot less like a and a lot more like a. And in some ways, like that is what I want to be exactly myself, but I want to be seen as a woman. I want to be. I want. I mean, people aren't even humoring me. Like I know you see me as a woman. I know, but I'm virtually the entire comedy scene has sees me as a woman. And I fucking love them for
Oh
that.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, like, I think like that's a huge plus. Just like having like, because this is, I remember talking about it. I was talking about it with Brody outside. Brody Martin, shout out, outside of 2 Street,
I once
where it's
stole
like,
a hat from a sailor.
and he didn't give you.
He still owes me $100.
Yes, he does. Brody, you still owe Susan
Diet
$100
Coke is not
just
enough.
because she wasn't a pussy, and that you don't want to give her $100. You
I
know
was
you owe $100.
I was a bit of a pussy because I didn't put it on the homeless guy's head, but I wasn't going to go
That's not
that
being a
far.
pussy. That's not being a pussy. That's just not being a
That's
monster.
dignity.
Yeah. So like,
I
but the thing
see,
is we were talking about it. We were talking
yeah.
about you specifically in the sense of just like the idea that everybody in Philly comedy scene can like joke with you in a loving way.
Yeah.
But if somebody was ever mean to you, we would all gang up on them.
Oh, that
Is the coolest
that did
thing.
happen once or twice. Like I think before you got here, there was someone on 2 Street. Someone else was making an autism joke, and then was doing like a cruel joke, and
Mhm.
the guy before me went like, "Oh, something something," or whatever. It's like or something like that. Like
I'm gonna have a
that's
lot of work to do editing. This is gonna be crazy. At least it's like condensed into 5 minutes, and I just have to edit out all the F's and R's into 5 minutes. That's good.
no,
Okay.
but essentially, it's just like he wasn't really directing against me, but I did take offense.
Sure.
Because you can say all that shit, but you'd better fucking be funny about it.
And that's the thing. You can make fun of anything in the world. It just has to be funny. We're gonna get into it. So, guys, now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast, other than the whole podcast, is it's bangers and dangers, everybody. So you know the rules. You've seen the episodes. I'm gonna give you 5 things. One of them's in red. I don't know why. And you're gonna tell me if it's a banger or a danger, and you're gonna tell me why.
I think I know why. The fifth one is on its period.
Okay, that could be it. Who knows? All right, so
Wash your hands afterwards.
banger and danger number 1, banjos.
Half of these are just going to be neutral.
Okay, well, that's too bad. You have to choose.
I mean, banjos can be a bit of a bangle because it's not like. Like Steve Martin's good at it. Like
Steve Martin is very good. Shout out Steve Martin. He's
so
an avid fan of the Milk Cart
so
podcast.
But so is the kid from Deliverance too.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know. You like
at least he was one of the least. At least the banjo kid from Deliverance was one of the least evil people in the movie. So
did you play a lot of banjo when you had your old job as one of the animatronic country bears at Disney?
no, I did the washboard.
All right, that's. But I like banjos a lot. I think they're like one of those instruments where it's like you can like personify them as just like redneck bullshit.
But also like redneck Appalachian liberal, like, oh look, I'm Pete Siegel.
Yeah. And then you have the thing on your finger, and you could do like Well, that's
Yeah.
with regular guitar and doing blues and stuff. But I always enjoyed banjos because it just seemed like it was just a poor man's guitar, I suppose. But I would imagine they would cost the same. Like if I looked up on what to buy a banjo, I would guarantee you that it would be cheaper to buy a guitar than it would be a banjo because you can get a real shitty guitar nowadays.
Start with a ukulele first.
Yeah, I have a ukulele.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know one song. Um, my wife is very, very talented. I know she plays some songs on there. My wife's a beautiful singer. It's
Nice.
so cool.
You know how to play hot cross buns.
Yeah. So I guess two songs. No, three. I know how to do "Mary Had a Little Lamb," "Hot Cross Buns." What's the one? Dun 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 dun
Ode to
dun.
Joy from
Oh, the
the
joy.
Beethoven's Ninth.
Yep, yep,
I
yep.
know how to do that on the piano.
I know how to do that
I
on.
also know how to do that while rescuing people from Nakatomi Plaza and Die Hard, and also, ladies and gentlemen, the FBI, and like like people talk about my slowed voice, but no, like I have an Alan Rickman esque drawl, you know.
Yeah, no, I hear it. So banger for banjos, banger banjos.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Next one. Oh, this is a fun one. The Vietnam War.
I mean, I think I would have been one of those people who would ha- who would have calls not to fight in the Vietnam War
Oh, you would
because
have.
of mental illness and
Yeah.
also being Creole, but would still get in anyway because people just wouldn't believe me or would just find me so annoying
Mhm.
that they would just draft my ass anyway.
No, I bet you'd be one of those people that would have to like walk around with an M60.
Like my
Because you're a big body, like in terms, like you're very tall. So you'd have to do the machine gun
Susan
stuff.
Animal Mother Keiser, you know?
Amen. Yeah, and then you're like smoking weed out of shotguns and stuff. That would be fun.
Yeah, I was in the shit, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, like, yeah, because if you went to Nam, what do you think that would be like for you? Like, what do you what?
Well, first I would be a colonialist oppressor establishing a stronghold for the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, and you can get jungle rot.
Yeah,
Don't you want your feet to smell horrible?
I
I mean, my
mean,
feet already smell
I
horrible.
mean, mine too. That was the reason why you didn't ask me to take my shoes off.
I forgot, to be honest with
Well,
you.
that too, the second reason.
That's fair.
But no,
Yeah, I think I would probably say a war is generally a danger. I think.
big mistake. My dad served stateside like during the last few months of the Vietnam War.
Mhm,
Like he was at the very tail end. Like he would have gone to Germany and then to Vietnam
mhm,
right when the Paris Accords happened.
mhm.
But he was also like being trained to be a medic. So like he was at Walter Reed Hospital when racist Governor George Wallace was shot.
Okay.
But he wasn't. But he didn't. He was at like Bethesda at some other hospital. But but his bodyguard was at Walter Reed.
Mhm.
And so, like, a bunch of people showed up to celebrities and, like, dignitaries did still show up.
Sure.
And at one point, my dad was on one side of an elevator, one end of an elevator, and at the other end, like he had the chance to meet Richard Nixon. And, like, no, he drafted me. Like, no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for at the moment that there isn't like an active draft. I mean, this was recorded last week, so who the fuck knows anymore? But
I'd be Mrs. Irrelevant. I'd be the Michael Sam. It's like, hey, we drafted a gay person, and we're not gonna put him on the roster.
yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a couple outs. That's pretty nice.
SEC Co-Defensive Player of the Year, Susan Keiser.
Yeah. So, and like we were talking, because I didn't even know we were going to speak on the Vietnam War as long as we did prior. So, movies obviously awesome. Vietnam is a great movie. So, all right. So, Danger for the Vietnam War, I'd assume. You got to
Slight
choose
angle,
one.
slight
Slide Danger,
angle.
Slide Danger. All right. Next one. Banger, Danger. Pizza.
Dangle.
Banger. All right. Next one. No, just joking.
No, it is a need I say more. It's like sometimes you eat too much. Like Audubon, New Jersey, my shameful hometown. No, we have no. zoning in southern New Jersey is weird
Hmm.
because that would be like the next town over, Hatton Township. It's a real large old town anyway,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
they
shout out High
uh
Point.
yeah high
High Point.
note,
Yeah,
high note,
High
yeah.
Note. I always say High Point. That's my bad. It's
But
because
no,
it's my bad.
I used to play
High
Coach
Note. High
Project
Note is
ball.
awesome. Please go to that mic. It is
I went
fucking
there
sick.
for the first time last week.
It's great.
I need to do that again.
It's a great mic.
I also need to do the mile in one of me, but basically, Hen Township. That was at one point they would have like literally a dozen balls and knuckle stalls,
Yeah.
in a town with like 12, 13,000 people.
Mm.
Audubon has like 8,500, 9,000 people at the peak of white flight. No liquor stores. No, we just started to have like liquor licenses a decade or two ago,
Okay.
but within a mile radius of where I grew up, at least 8 or 9 pizza places
Very nice.
within walking distance.
Well, that's how I mean, because like I said before, I was born in Long Island, so it's just like I grew up just eating New York pizza, and I would be. Listen, I know this is going to be a very hard grasp for some people, but I truly believe that Long Island is not respected enough for their pizza. They put sesame seeds on their crust. I think it is a fucking game changer. I think it's such a game changer, and I think
I do
nobody.
need to try it once and only once.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking awesome. And so I
Still
always,
sounds better than Altoona pizza.
you know, it's and also I think New Jersey has fucking phenomenal food and pizza and bagels and everything. And but like pizza in general, my newest favorite has to be the hot honey pepperoni.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe I've never had that
shout
before.
out to our sponsor Viva Pizzas.
Yo, Viva Pizza's awesome. Founded Pizzeria on Henry Ave is also very, very good. And
Oh,
they have completely gluten-free pizzas for those who get, a little tummy sick when they eat gluten.
I will also shout out OG Pizza on Frankfurt Ave.
Amen. So yeah, good pizzas. Blackbird Pizzeria, if you're a vegan person and you want to go, I don't know if it's still there, but Blackbird is a very good pizzeria. It
Yeah,
has cheesesteaks that are vegan.
I love both Antonino's and Angelo's and Audubon.
Yeah.
My Jersey bestie, she just finally left the old country, left the old town a few weeks back.
Cool.
And she decided, you know what? I'm gonna eat every pizza place within a within the perimeter and just barely beyond the perimeter of our city limits. So like she had like eight 8 to 10 pizza plate pizza meals within like a week or two.
Nice. That's a good week.
She's not gonna eat
Someone's
she's
got a
not gonna
poopy.
be eating pizza for weeks if not months.
Someone's got a poopy. With all the cheese in the bread, they got a poopy.
Like I once made
They got a poopy because all the cheese and all the bread.
slight tangent. Every few like the last couple of years during Thanksgiving or Christmas, I would always make I would make like 5 to 10 pounds of macaroni and cheese. Like I accidentally made 5 pounds of macaroni and cheese
How do
for a
you
party in
accidentally?
'83.
How do you accidentally make 5 pounds of macaroni and cheese?
Well, like you make a testo batch that sucks,
That's 2 pounds. Your tester batch is 2 pounds.
and then because it might be good, it might be doable, and then you make another 2 pound batch,
Yeah, I
and
made
then
mac and cheese once.
and then a pound of, and then like another batch of for the gluten free people.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? There is a correlation between people in like the LGBTQ community and like making food for people with dietary issues. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, no, it's part of the chosen family thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like what like you're kind of all grouped together. It's just like all right, they're allergic to this. I like the same set. Like, and
But
for some
needless,
reason, it always
but
buddied
but
together.
needless to say, I don't even like barely anyone ate any of it. So
Yeah.
like I'm stuck eating like I made 5 pounds and ate three. That's probably an underestimate. But I also did it last Thanksgiving, and I did it last Christmas when I had Chosen Family Christmas with Lauren Ellis, Adam Flick, also a great comic.
Shout out Adam Flick, you're the man.
Yeah, Monica, she's fucking awesome.
Shout out Monica.
I love other comics. I think Evel was there.
Who?
Evel. non-binary endotrans person.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, I accidentally the other day I put a story about Adam Flick on Instagram, and then I spelled it wrong, and I realized that I spelled it wrong, so I sent him, "Oh, fuck me to hell." And then he was like, "What?" Because I didn't no use of comma there, and I'm like, "Oh, wait a second, this is a very abrupt message," realizing that I spelled something wrong.
Also, John Caldwell was there, the only comic with glasses thicker than mine.
Very cool. Yeah, yeah. You look like you're looking through zoo glass.
I'm I look like Bogus Notice
Oh
in
yeah,
the Twilight Zone, finally having enough time to read
yeah, yeah, yeah.
after nuclear war, and then my glasses break.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so we got pizza day. That's good. That's good. All right, we got two more. We got two more. Do you want the red one or do you want another black one?
Surprise me.
All right, sweet. The red one, Joe Flacco.
That is my cross to bear. I was Joe Flacco's high school mascot for 2 seasons.
That's true. This
2000 and 2001, Audubon High School, Go Green Wave. Yeah, no, like the mascot is basically what if Gumby had uh, Lockjaw, a Pompadour, Trendjaw,
mhm.
and just constipation
Yep.
and just jaundice too.
Hell yeah.
And it was like the mascot costume had a thumbtack in the back of the mask,
Oh, so it'd just be poking at you?
but it was covered by a band-aid that was painted oval.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Wow, the 2000s must have been cool.
9/11 maybe, but no, but yeah, like but Audubon, like we were great in like this up until the early 80s when we focused on academics, but also it was kind of because we didn't bus students and we were a lot wider than other people because we were so racist,
Hmm.
and also just we became a baseball town.
After Flacco leaves, I mean, after Super
That
Bowl
was before
champion.
Flacco. No, like we didn't have a winning record from 1990 to like 20 sometime in the 2010s, the late 2010s.
So you didn't have a winning record when Joe Flacco was your quarterback?
We didn't know how to utilize them. Like we had our best season in decades with Joe Flacco, 2001, 5-5.
Okay. Wow, and he still got an offer to go play college ball.
First with Pitt, and then they changed coaches.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dave Wannstedt, and then he transferred to Delaware,
Hmm.
kicked ass there, then got first round. Like it was weird, like that. But no, like Joe Flacco, I haven't seen him in years, not since I transitioned, but you know, like you'd see him around. Like mostly you left him alone, but there were times, especially early on, where you talked to them. I once got like autographs from him just after his rookie season. I went to his house. Uh, be-
What was
like
that like, going to high school with somebody and then asking for their autograph?
well, like I gave him my notebook to my yearbook to sign.
Yeah.
But it was also like, oh, what should I put in it? Best wishes.
Yeah. Hags.
But the thing with also was like he was it was weird because this was right after his rookie season.
Yeah.
His first Sports Illustrated cover was like, if not on the table on the floor, but it was framed. It was probably for someone to sign, but
Yeah.
it was also oh, I forget it might have been Lamar Woodley or one of the like the late 2000 Steelers
Hmm.
just basically tackling Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco just being on the ground like strewn, and like that was his false cover. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
best versus Joe Flacco. His Diet Pepsi Rookie of the Year award was on his dining room table.
Wouldn't it be on yours, you know?
No, no, I mean, my first of 7 and 8, my first of 7 or 8 comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
He,
I only have like, I think I have 2 awards to my name, and I have them hanging up. So fuck it. You
yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
I mean, decent, like nice person. I haven't, I like I'll do one more Flacco. I did once see Flacco. Okay, two anecdotes. Once I was doing a fake Locks of Love, like St. Baldrick's or what have you. I think
Mhm.
that's the one where PJ Murphy was allowed to donate because he had the red hair. Also, we gotta do fucking live. I know you'll be busy as fuck, but live milk talk at NEPA, NPA.
I would love to do a couple episodes of Milk Talk at NEPA. That would be awesome. And
Interview
it
Banana
is
Guy.
NEPA. It is NEPA Comedy Festival. Jess says NEPA, and it drives me insane.
Oh, I say NEP.
I hate
I
when people say
no, I
NEPA.
say NEPA. I say Napa. I say
I hate it.
NPA. I say Groundhog Day, not Groundhog's Day.
Nope.
Because all you because I won't say the R word again if you say Groundhog's Day like you're fucking Stephen Tobolowsky
All right, I don't know
talking
who that
about
is.
your own movie. He's the guy who plays Ned in Groundhog Day.
Okay, there we go. There we go. And so, okay, last banger or danger, thrifting.
Oh, absolute bangle.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get everything in the middle of the page yet.
Oh no, it's yeah,
I love thrifting.
it's tough because the thrift stores here are like a lot of those. There are as many vintage places as there are more vintage places than there are thrift stores.
Yeah, there's a lot of places trying to make a lot of money off of old shit.
But even like some of the salvage places, like one of these days you get if you haven't Thunderbolt salvage.
Yeah, Thunderbird.
It's
Yeah, I
it's
remember
well
you bringing me there.
yes. So you can move the desk and furniture I got from my new apartment.
I got to drive illegally, so that
I
was fun. I got to park
still owe
illegally.
you that pizza.
I mean, shit. Next time we go to Brownies,
Oh
where
yeah.
we can go to Viva Pizza or whatever the fuck.
I mean, yeah. Or if
But
you ever wanted to do Thunderbolt, like that, like it's right next to Circle Thrift. Those are like two great thrift
mhm.
places.
Oh yeah, and then the pizza place is right there on the corner.
OG Pizza, pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, that pizza place over, I forget the name, over by maybe Rustica, about a block away from Alt Leaves. That's a great place. I
I don't
try
know
to
the
go
name of
there
it.
before on Second Street. I try to go there before the Alt Leaves on
Shout out
Friday.
Or Leaves Comedy and all the
Logan
group that go
Allen,
there.
Brendan Bolo,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Kristen
tag.
Palmick.
I only have so many tags, so I'm just gonna do Or Leaves Comedy. But we are
Screw
talking
you,
about
Chase Botello.
we are talking about Chase and Dylan and Logan and
Yeah.
Christian and Brandon and George and all
And
the.
John Boy and
Yeah, they're awesome.
Dipple, Marianne, and the
Great.
rest.
It's awesome. So yeah, but I actually thrifted this coffee table. If you flip it over, it's actually a kids' plates table. Like
Yeah,
it has like a road and stuff underneath it.
that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, so it's fun.
But
But
thrifting, incredible.
yeah.
I will talk about my thrifting victories some other time because I know that we'll wrapping up.
We are wrapping up. I am gonna have guests here in about 20 minutes, so I do need to take everything apart. But yeah, definitely we will see Susan again on the Milk Talk podcast.
Much appreciated in the season premiere of Milk Talk.
Yep.
Just confuse everybody and just call this the season finale.
Yeah. Well, it's season 1, baby. We're here.
It will dip from like 25 views to 23.
Well, what I'll say is this.
No, this is going to be the highest rated one. We might even break triple digits with this one.
We might break triple digits. Hey, I average about triple digits. All right, so guys, the sexual tension has been palpable. I
on your part, not mine. I'm good.
Yeah, and I wanted to say before we get out of here, Susan, do you have any other shout outs that you'd like to make?
I mean, I'll probably forget a lot of people who've helped me over the years.
Just do your best, and we'll figure it out.
I mean, support. Shout out to the trans community. Shout out to Lee Rogers.
Lee Rogers
Kicked a lot of ass. Got higher than I did, and One Night on Madness.
Hell yeah.
Also does the cutie pie. And also did Oops All Trans in terms of comedy. Please book me. No, I also, but we also go to, we see each other all the time at Trans Spaghetti Dinner in Collingswood, New Jersey once a month.
That's pretty cool. Hell yeah.
Meatballs literally the size of baseballs. It's great. I'm not saying I suffered because of it, but because of but because of I ate so much that night, my hernia acted up, and that I wasn't feeling at my best during What?
You hate
Sue
when that happens.
Keiser, spineless liberal Sue Keiser making excuses.
Yep, yeah, but you know it happens when you have too much spaghetti. Your tummy's gonna hurt, and that's just a fact of life, and that's something that we all have to
Yeah,
get over. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's something that I have to think about
I can
when
no
I eat.
longer eat SpaghettiOs. It fucking sucks.
I eat 2 cups of rice to the dome. Like I eat so much. I eat so many carbs that I have such stinky poo poos
I
and
only eat
farts.
one. That's why I smell so good.
Understandable, and
But also the protein farts. I need to get back on the creatine just for the farts and the smell.
understandable. But is there anybody else you'd like to shout out?
No,
Okay, cool. Hell
I
yeah,
I like to
yeah.
shout out you, the listener,
The listener, thank
viewers
you.
like you,
Hey, thank you very
and the
much.
Ford Foundation.
Hey, thanks PBS. We miss you, and you know, but it has been a wonderful time, Susan.
Also, shout out to the people coming over, the YNs,
Yeah, Ryan Flaherty, Ryan Manzo. That's gonna be fun.
YN Wins, YN
Love Ryan
Felipe,
Renz.
YN Goslin.
Yep, all of them. And so, but guys, this has been the Milk Talk podcast. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
You ain't so bad yourself.
Oh, you're the best, Sue.
I was
All right.
talking to the audience, but
Fuck.
right back at you, Slick.
God damn it. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace out.
You too. Damn it, I didn't even do my sign off with the hat.